Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk. We're gonna do a reading with the Golden Girls tarot cards. We got Grandma in the house, shaking the world tree. Say hey to Grandma. Grandma says hey. Hey, squirrel, hey. Grandma loves you. We got Hedgehog tending the fire. Thank you, Hedgehog. Hedgehog reminds me of the Groundhog Day of Imbolc, which we just passed over in February in the last Ancestral Fire Festival gate of the Celtic Wheel. Well, that's why we call Aquarius the water bearer, because that gate at Imbolc is where Bridget, the goddess, turns the tap on. It's called the quickening. So we may have creativity and life in general crushing more, flowing more after Imbolc, which they call Groundhog's Day. And if it sees a shadow, it gets scared and runs back. And in the old days, actually it was Lilith, a giant snake emerging from the cave. Isn't that hot? The goddess, Lilith. It's interesting because in Canada there's been an actual groundhog for many years. He was old. I wonder how old he was. But he actually passed away this year. He was dead. He was found dead. And I find that interesting because last year Bridget was put back on the throne of Ireland on the official national calendar in response to a national outcry in protest of a hate crime against a woman who was a beloved singer. And in Ireland, that is a great sacrifice to the culture and the people to lose a sacred singer. The sacred woman was mourned, and they put Bridget, the goddess, back on the national throne. And the next year in Canada, in one of the colonies of that British Empire, the Celtic world's descendants, the groundhog died. And I see in the stars a big uprising. I'm bringing the Golden Girls back to just bring the matrilineal truth back. Light the flame, like Bridget's flame. If you look at it in Kildare, the Bridget flame, there's many flames and shrines that are still lit, and of course they're still lit in us, in our hearts, in our fires. And I like to relate to astrology and cards because it relates to the sacred fire of life and to the tree of life, the blood of life, the red thread, that which does awaken and spark in the dark, which I think of as the Aquarius star energy, star in the tarot, the star landing, that spark in your eye. It does grow into the sun. It is the seed right now of the dream, the vision awakening, and that crack in your eye, glint, the glint, ding, that bling. Gotta ring that bell. What rings your bell, right? What turns you on? What gets you up? Wakes you up, the awakening energy, quickening energy. So can we invite that in even more? Can we even more awaken now? We're being asked. I want to do a reading about what's awakening for the lovers, because there's a lot of divine love union being made space for and a lot of personal alignment. So in my reading and exploration of the lover's journey, I'm going to read with a card for the Fool, and I'm going to read for different things the Fool might have going on, such as a crush and what that crush might have going on, and something that's important to know. So here we go. On the Fool's journey, the path of the heart, the alchemist, we have the Five of Pentacles as the Fool. And in the stars today, we do see Blanche left out in the cold. She's crying because she's missed the party. She's got a broken hand and she can't go. When you feel down and out, this card's ruled by Saturn and Taurus. It's so sad when you literally are slighted in your hand and you can't play and you're left out and you're watching from the bench of life and you feel the scarcity, the disparity. In the fives, we have a conflict. Bridget knows the five because the medicine wheel is 5-pointed. It's where in the Bridget's cross We've got the four directions that are the solstices and equinoxes, and we got the fifth one in the center, holding that center position. We've got something here in the five, Saturn, which does rule Aquarius, which does come through this medicine wheel of Aquarius time and in bulk magic, where you poke your head out and you go, can love win? Are we gonna have the sun and light return? Do I have something to get up for? And we do. That's how you fight and combat disparity consciousness, left out consciousness, is that you have something in that fifth direction that bridges the worlds that's your medicine wheel, and you're always on it, and nobody takes it from you, and you can never be cut off or in disparity from this place. This is about, with pentacles though, some sense of like not having enough, being left out because of it. That's a hard thing for the fool to take on the journey. And we're going to take it, though, because we've got in the stars today this challenge of deeply healing something in a deep subconscious way and rewriting a love story from that place of awakened truth, deep surrender to a divine truth, where we all get to be divine. So our sacred offering is, oh my gosh, this human thing about a body is that we don't feel we're enough all the time, and that's killing love. And the fool today wants to know, how can we be released from this curse upon us in the earth, in the bodies, of cursing bodies, of thinking there's any scarcity of bodies, and that there's any need to leave any of us out for having or having not, or being inside or outside of having bodies that are worthy of love. This is a great challenge for the fool to take on, and it's also laced with tons of deep survivor knowledge and pain that many people, in many forms of, experience. So, thank you, Blanche, for this pain, this scarcity pattern of body love. We are not worthy. We're going to take this, as we do have Lilith in the stars right now. Black Moon Lilith is hanging out with Juno, the bride, the asteroid of the bride, the divine bride. These two brides, okay, are partying in Virgo. And I'd say Virgo is a real familiar with this sort of downtrodden, dealing with the vulnerable stuff of life and the earth, and feeling a sense of scarcity of earth and that I'm not worthy. And so we really do have this challenge upon us to really reflect of how can we heal that deeply so we can love, right? Even to go back into childhood and reclaim anything we lost there and heal any wounds there, right? What does this fool need to know about this journey now? King of Cups. We're divine in the waters right now. We have so much stacked in Pisces. Saturn is in there, and that's the patriarch of the entire thing, the ruler. It means it's the rule maker inside our inner family system of the waters. So our emotions can really choose right now new structures, new ways. We can choose our own reactions to things. We can choose what our fantasies are, and we can choose to believe in them. And that belief is everything. And our inner child knows that, was taught that. And as an adult, we can actually stand up for that and remember that. And as an adult, remember what we're taught as children. And find an evolved version of that. Stand up for your right to be yourself. You have this authority, right? Look how much authority you have over your emotions. It's all in you. It's all your emotions. So, are your emotions you? Are you your emotions? Are your emotions yours? Where did they come from? What's your relationship to them now that you realize you can choose one? How many choices are there to have one? What are different ways to build a structure or a vessel for that choice? To choose, how do I choose that? How do I go about being in control of emotions, being in authority of them, feeling in divinity of them? In fact, this one even controls the dreaming of the waters. How can I create structure for my dreams, with my dreams? How can I be an authority of that? Wow, I'm the divine authority of that? Wow, how do I do that? Cool. So if you have a scarcity pattern with earth, water says, because water comes in as medicine for earth as a balancer, right? This is a Venusian realm of balances. We've got these like lovers all the time balance each other. So it's like, oh, scarcity of earth, I'm not worthy. The waters come in and say, ooh, but everyone's divinity and divine right, their dignity, you always have that. And it has you. We look at our astrology maps as a map of that dignity, that divinity. You can just see it. It's a mirror of our divine gifts and nature and divinity. Like, This is divine as this kind of divinity. It's so cool. We always have it. And it has us. These are our gifts, our nature. It's nature that is us, that we are embodying. Isn't that weird? If we are this giant kaleidoscope of rainbow gifts, destined from the stars, living with destiny, co-creating with it, we're royalty. We feel like royalty in the waters. It doesn't matter where we are or what happens. True, true. All right, well, let's have some card pulls about some lovers. Let's tap in. There's this kind of divine lovers work happening in the collective subconscious right now because of the Aries North Node, which is our collective evolution, and needing to define self and need based on self-determination and self-joy, and really have more independence. So relationships are really facing a lot of restructuring with shedding codependency, shedding anything that's getting in the way of anybody being their true self or having space for that. People want to find their true self or have space for a relationship. So I find that we need to look at, there's a lot of that also driving these needs to have love and strong love, because the Aries wants strong love. Isn't that funny? If you get into shedding things in the way of relationship and self, we're opening up in the world with all of this amazing euphoric crushy time, this dreaming, into like people uniting in a very cosmic way with true love, with big love. So the Golden Girls, first off, underneath, they say temperance, my love. This light, you can't really see it. Temperance, my love. Temperance. Like, you know, there's a lot of energy moving through the world right now. There's going to be an eclipse. There's a huge amount of energy on March 25th, right at, 23rd, sorry, right after the spring equinox. So there's tons of energy again on April 8th. So there's just a portal opening up, but we're preparing for a lot of spiritual energy awakening. So make sure you breathe and ground. And I want to draw a card for how the lover feels going into love right now. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got Blanche making a wedding cake with like she's decorating wedding cake with like this giant Ace of Pentacles on top. That looks good. Yum. Hits home for me. It's a love cake economy, and I like the Eight of Pentacles being things we do in community. And so we're gonna fall in love while we build a love cake economy that's basically like the world we want to marry, and we're the divine bride getting ready for that, putting icing on our own wedding cake, and there's a giant coin that's like the golden ticket that was your wish, you know, of what you wanted, just right on top of that cake you're making. That's really awesome. Really empowered with the eight, really integrating that strength element with the earth. Like, nah, I know how to do this. I make my own cake and I make it happen, and I make this moment, and I'm gonna even put the icing on it. I'm gonna put my own dream seed of the earth pentacle right on top, about like this thing that this giant medicine wheel coin, the earth that is mine, put it right on top of this cake I make. Strength, nurture that life. And so that's cool. Very positive. Really cool. I think there's real new positive directions we can take with our anxiety right now, our scarcity patterns towards strength. And what is that for you? I'm gonna draw this is Queen of Wands. It's making with the wands and that beautiful black cat at her foot, and this priestess energy, all the priestesses, all the sovereignty. I love it. Sophia, oh, with the sunflower. I love it. Sunflowers have a special meaning for me. They remind me of the stars landing in community and our magic returning. And look at this divine feminine cat, the black at the foot, grounding all the divine feminine wisdom, just guarding us, guiding us all the time. That's how we bake that cake with. We're never alone. We're always doing it guided like that. Grandma's here, baking it, telling it how it is. We're gonna pull a card for that which the lover loves and chases. What that one might feel right now. Ten of Swords. Ooh. Bless your heart, Dorothy. Bless your heart, Dorothy. Oh, you do the hard, the hard stories where, you have to carry all those swords at the end and dump them in. We're done. Do you know that Aquarius, which is a big swords energy, is handling Pluto, the underworld right now, is all our trauma, and Mars too. So any way that we've been hurt or others have hurt us, all the fights are in there with Aquarius, getting healed with Pluto, the underworld. They're just like taking stock of the fights, and everybody's just really agreeing. Because in Aquarius, we can. We just go, oh, none of us like this. Let's get rid of that. So, like, massive things are just shedding off of, thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Ten of Swords. So, the one who's being chased is doing massive healing right now, the one who the lover seeks. And you may resonate with one or the other of these positions right now. It's sort of an anxious, avoidant attachment axis, if you will. And you can think of it any way you want. The lover and the beloved. You may just be on both sides and just listen to both and take it as it resonates. Underneath for this one is the Eight of Swords. The one who is running, who is beloved, who is being chased, has just got... It's hard when someone's trying to love you and they have all those love cakes, and there's just like, it feels like a trap to be in a relationship. And that's the paradox right now for that. It's like we have all of this energy, we want to make stuff, but it feels like such a trap. We don't want to be trapped again. How do we not have love be a trap? Well, let's see what that one needs, hey? Let's see what that one needs. We first need to just let go of the Ten of Swords. That's what the mind creates all the illusions, delusions, all the pain, illness. Right? Hedgehog knows. We need to be kind. We need to be sweet, hey? You're hanging out with grandma. Have another treat, Go look at the garden. Go watch a bird. They say if you listen to birds, it's healing. The sun's shining. What does this one need? Ten of Swords. Let it go, though. It's just the mind. Ten of Swords. We love it. That means we can let it all go. And we realize, oh, it's just a scam. It's just a trap. It's just in the mind. Oh, the world. All right, well, we're done with that. There's a real reckoning, because I think we're prepared for that eclipse portal where we're going to just shed major painful patterns from trauma that keep us from loving and being ourselves. Look at the world. That's right, Dorothy. You got the world in your hands. See how in this one, she's got the swords in her hand? All the swords in her hand. They look like they're in a coffin. And then here, she's just got the world in her hand. That's the gate. That is the gate. Isn't that great? So we've got a little glimpse into what the one who's being chased, who's trying to receive love, who's running, who feels like trapped. There's some real coming to terms with like how to do this trap, and sense of like, oh, well, I do it like a Queen of Wands. I just kind of accept what the chaser wants, and I receive like that. It's called power bottoming. It's why it's fun for this person to make her own wedding cake. This is a giant topping, like bottoming from the top. Like, I don't know, you just get it, you make it happen. What you want to bottom for, you make it happen. Like, that's so cool. That's such femme daddy power. Major, right? So they're doing that in the masculine side, which is the chaser side. I'd say there's a lot of feminine energy just like claiming that, making it happen. Makes sense. And yeah, really in this sort of receptive side of love, that's just trying to really receive love, just really letting go of the pain in the minds and any cages that feel trapped in the mind, and just being like, I can do whatever I want with this. It's my world, I got the world in my hands. Yeah, for sure. It actually is in your hands. The one who receives, the power bottom one, has so much power. I want the world to awaken to this power and be like, oh, it's a woman's world. It's a big old vajayjay's world. Let's get the WAP on. Cardi B already knows. Let's follow the prophets, okay? Lil Nas X, Cardi B. Yep, Three of Swords. We're gonna really shed the original trauma. Dorothy knows all those swords started from the origin. Gosh, the shadow's been playing with my view. There we go. And, she's holding that too, but this informed what happened and what created the 10. And dealing with the deep things right now we get to really do help us as a gift just integrate, like, wow, I'm really ready to offer that to the eclipse portal coming up, where we're going to shed anything off of the Libra South node of the moon, like the tail of a dragon, just shedding and releasing anything that kept you from love, kept you from being yourself, kept you from what you really truly enjoy being and doing. All right, and let's pull some cards for how the lovers are gonna come together. Ooh, we got Page of Pentacles. Ooh, I love it. We're gonna Blanche Devereaux again. With that Ace of Pentacles, she put on her own wedding cake and did ice. This is her holding it, okay? The page. So that crush energy, it's like princess energy. She looks great in the pantsuit. I'm gonna show you again. She looks great in the pantsuit. Because look at those heels too. And the belt. Do you know the fashion in the 80s? I was a child of the 80s, and I think that, like, we need to realize there was backlash that happened in the 80s to our social movements, and it's really sad what happened to fashion. Anyways, we gotta bring it back. So, what do we do when the lovers meet? Bring back the 80s and the pantsuits. Get it, squirrels. Ooh, the tower. Okay, it is revolutionary, okay? We know that this shit's already back. The pantsuits are back. The 80s fashion's back. The colors are back. We need color. We need color, we need color, we need color. We need black, we need color. We need rainbow, we need color. We need pantsuit, we need heel. We need bling, people. We need the belt. We need the high belt. We need the high waist. We need strut, okay? Strut, work, strut. We need, do not die. We need to die enough along the way and slay enough along the way. We need to die because each other looks so good. Okay, because we look so good. We need to die for that, die into that. We need to die to anything so we can become that beauty and resurrect that lost thing. That a lot of people did die in the AIDS crisis. Do you realize that's why the pantsuits really, and the war on drugs. They killed our artist movements, and they killed our movements for sexual liberation. So we're bringing them back. Thank you, Page of Pentacles and the Tower, for reminding us it's worth the Tower of Falling so we can be that rising star. The Eight of Cups, when these meet, there's going to be some kind of fruition. The Divine Lovers meet, the Eight of Cups is going to deeply resolve something in their heart. Some old emotional sadness or grief is going to be deeply integrated in the subconscious, realizing that you have to just constantly be dying for your own manifestation. Be the dream seeds, and make sure that integration's happening in the deep subconscious so you can be truly resonant. There's the Three of Cups, the resonance with your friends, and just go Golden Girls, everybody. Underneath that is the Knight of Swords. We have everything to fight for and everything we need to do that with. It looks like this. Thank you for being a friend. All right, that's the reading for today. And keep on dreaming, keep on doing art, keep on creating, because keep on crying, grieving. Everything is a sacred offering leading you into the equinox, into this amazing eclipse portal where you're going to be healing. We're going to be healing. We're clearing so we can be ourselves in truth and love. Go through this ritual and let the emotions guide you into great sovereignties. Great new kinds of agency to manifest that pantsuit and that cake. This is the world. We're stepping into it with our friend. Three of Cups. Thank you for being a friend. All right, look, I am Slasha. It's a life, y'all. Over and out. Tally ho.